previously on Universe Zero. No, of course I'm kidding. Even if I had the ability to do that somehow, I'm not going to, because I honestly hate those scenes. It's like, it's even more bothersome when you're like running through a lot of episodes of the same show. It's like, previously on the thing you just saw. No, I gotta sneeze. This isn't a professional. Looking up didn't work. Okay. Professional commentary. I sneeze before the race even starts. Not gonna deafen you with blowing my nose, so I'll just deal with it other ways. We'll grab a Kleenex still. I'm just not gonna blow my nose with it because I don't really know. Oh no, wait, there is a mute button, but it's finicky, and I'll probably unmute it like 6 or 7 different times while I'm trying to blow my nose because I can't really do that with one hand. So, and it's not a toggle. It's a just on or off. Like you hold it to keep it muted, and that's very, very awkward in this circumstance. So anyway, to the game. Well, Burn, here's your chance to finally score some points for Team Mercedes. Even though it's not a team competition, it's individual. It just so happens that a lot of the drivers are in the same cars, and the ones that do have associations with each other. And Battle Rocket starts right in the middle, which that'll be chaotic. Ryan Storm, however, is even in a worse place than him. Just over there to the left. Burn a little shaky next to Bedlam there. Can he even hold the position for 2 corners? Yes, he will, because Bedlam got loose. But he's still there. He may not have it now. No, he took too long to get on the gas there, so I think Bedlam will probably have the position. And I don't think there's much that Burn can do to take it back. Yeah, look at that acceleration on the Porsche. Well, that was, quite boringly clean. I was really hoping somebody would just pull a Countach maneuver, but no, no such luck. The long first gear that the Mazda has doesn't really help its low-speed acceleration. I think for all intents and purposes, Bedlam has already won the race. Unless Danny can get around the Mercedes really quickly and then chase after him, I don't think there's much anybody can do to stop him from just driving away with this. I've been wrong before, of course, we've established that, but for every time I've been wrong, I've usually been right 2 or 3 other times. So I've usually been right in some other way, even when I'm wrong. Artificial intelligence is very predictable in racing games. They only do a couple of things, usually because they're always on one route. The only time they get off is when they make an attempt to pass, which I mean I guess is kind of ideally how you would drive anyway, but you know, the factor of the humanity kind of dictates that doesn't always happen, or really happen at all. Lap times are still suffering from Battle Rocket, but he's holding on to 8th. Alex seems powerless to stop this. At least for the time being. That'll probably change shortly. Alex usually just needs a good turn and be close enough to pass him at the end of a straightaway. But that seems difficult to do. Given ideal criteria, it wouldn't be hard for Alex to pass him and make it permanent, as is usually what happens. Once he gets past, it's very hard for Battle Rocket to fight back because he usually has to exit a corner first. He just has to hold him while he's got him, and then pray he doesn't lose too many of them. Bellum has pulled out a stunning lead of probably 5 seconds or so. Yeah, exactly 5 seconds. Oh. Darn, I'm good. There is a jarring distance between Battle Rocket and 7th. The field's basically split into 2 halves at this point. Those in front of the rocket, and those that aren't. I think from here, even if someone does break away from the first group, they will not be able to find their way into the second. Well, these drivers are close together on the track. I don't really know if that will amount to anything. The Moz is getting a little playful with Grease Lightning, but that's really all they can be. They just have better brakes. Oh, my foot is incredibly itchy. Oh god. Look at the worst place to try and scratch. Now it's like 7 seconds. Yep. And logical, by the end of the next lap, it should be 9. And Bedlam will easily win by 11. I didn't mean to press that. Well. Let's get back to the car and change the camera to the one I wanted. Let's see if Danny will try something. We'll try to literally press the issue again, or if this time it'll even do something besides just make Grease Lightning wonder. No, Gearhead will get into Danny though and make him ponder his life choices. And not much else will happen. Sparky has been able to pass Alex, but that really doesn't matter much in the grand scheme of things. It should now be a 9-second lead. Yep. And Bedouin will win by probably 11.2 seconds. These four are painfully close to each other and yet refusing to fight over position. Come on, Danny, you're the aggressive one. Be aggressive for once, will you? Be yourself, because everyone else is already taken, darn it. Be yourself, because everyone else is already taken, and no one has been overtaken. I don't think my words of encouragement have done anything, but we'll see. He tried to kind of finesse him, I saw that, but Grease Lightning's a little more wary than that, I suppose. So Bedlam will go ahead and just kind of dominate this race. Vern takes home much needed points. This should get him, well, this will get him to the double digits. He's getting 12 points from this. So fast, also some needed points. I don't remember if he had 8 or 5, but this might also be enough to get him into the double digits. But there's one I think that won't be. I don't remember who it was though. And oh my god, what am I looking at? Cha 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 cha. Alex also got passed by Metacog, so the Mazda's made a killing here. The Porsches, well, Bedlam won, but the rest of them were stuck behind Battle Rocket, so they kind of accomplished nothing. And next we move on to Monza, where Battle Rocket can most likely reclaim some of those lost points. And if Bedlam does not get a good finish of like top 6, can most likely even reclaim the points lead. Now I'm stretching. Just going through all of the emotions here, aren't I? Oh, right. I keep hearing the cars and I was getting confused. I was on Facebook Messenger responding to something I've been tagged in. Let's see. Okay, well, rip Battle Rocket's got some work to do if he's gonna do well here and regain his points lead, or try anyway. Bedlam is in a good place to start. Yeah, I can't do that, right. Danny is on pole, but I honestly don't think that'll last too long, because the Mazda's at the weak power. I say smart money is on the governor, Alex. Grease Lightning could shock me, but I don't really see that happening because of his, Okay. Bye, Governor. Just not even contested by Danny, I guess. Just not gonna get the chance. Yeah, like I said, it won't last long. It didn't even last to the first turn. And he's already down in second. Almost third, but Alex has thrown off his line. Can Battle Rocket get along? Not great. I think he needs to wait for the field to spread out a tiny bit before he can pick people off slowly but surely. That's not how you do it over there, though. You need to kind of stay on the road. On the road, Battle Rocket. Yeah, the problem is, if he's got to pass somebody, he's got to do it down a long straightaway. He can't do it into a braking zone, because he has to brake so much earlier than the rivals do. And this section here is just going to end his life. Governor's made good his escape plan. Danny will attempt to continue his lead for more than a few yards, but I don't think he's got the power for that. And Alex is right there to capitalize if that goes wrong, should he be able to try. Battle Rocket caught up to his opponent somewhat, then we have more corners. So yeah, I think Battle Rocket, despite my previous thoughts, may just have another suffer spree here, unless I think he needed to start high. Or start well. Because his braking distances are just much too long to do anything otherwise. We'll see what he can do down the mega long straightaway here. He can at least catch 16 Angels. He will do so very easily. But since it's too wide, he can't go anywhere, and now he's just screwed. Unfortunate. He'll dive onto that, though. This is not what he wanted to see, I don't think. Dunk! That doesn't seem like it should have made that hard of a hit. Not that loud, anyway. Dunk! So yeah, situation for Battle Rocket looking very, very dire. He needs to get down the front straightaway, near opponents, and they have to be not too wide. Otherwise the AI gets confused and panics. And then there's no maneuver ever made, as we saw in the last run down it. You can try here, he can definitely try on that, but it's not going to work because he has to brake like 100 yards earlier. And he'll get right back up to that again. Down this street. Almost get to his door, and then brake. And it's like a vicious cycle for him. Meanwhile, the governor is sort of running away, Danny unable to put up resistance. Alex now goes for the killing maneuver. Let's see how this works for him. Danny sweeps right around the outside to keep the place. Battle Rocket might finally have the maneuver on both or multiple Mercedes cars, but burn with the strong braking again. Maybe over the course of like 20 laps, Battle Rocket would have a hope in hell of scoring 1 point, but we don't have time for that. We have time for 6. Poor that is now basically permanently subjected into being last. Unless he can somehow mystically find a way to pass Battle Rocket again. Oh, now we're burping. Yeah, I'm incredibly professional, I swear. I guess all I gotta do is I just cough on camera, or, I'll throw up, but I don't think so. I would hope not. Sparky tracking down her boyfriend's adversary. Can't do anything yet. Gearhead will provide much needed assistance. What was this run that he got? Oh my god, he just like blew past Sparky like she's in an RX-7. They're in the same car. And then he will make the move on auto. Can he stick it though? Not this time. You need to be on the outside to pass here, honestly. Not usually, but the way these AI work, that is sort of what needs to happen. Alex is roughing up Danny and just backfired as we cut to his screen. Battle Rocket claims 13th from Burn. Can he take advantage of the 962's fighting and gain multiple positions down the front straightaway? That is his best hope for scoring here. Now that Bedlam, Storm, and Section Angels are all right here. He needs to stay with them through the slow corners and such like this one. And now we can regain up to recatch to them down this incredibly long straightaway. As such. Lose them again, though. See what happens here. I don't think Alex will be able to try anything from there. He's pretty far away from Danny. Grease on his own. Gearhead tries again on auto. Couldn't make it work the first time. Didn't seem to go any better the second time. Sparky now has the run on Gearhead. But it's gone because Gearhead is in the draft of auto. He goes for another dive. Gearhead can definitely outbrake auto. Better handling, and that will claim the position. Let's see if Alex will make another annoying maneuver on Danny. Doesn't. Battle Rocket's still behind those Porsches, and he's only going to have 2 more laps to claim any more places that he can try and get, which, honestly, unless he gains 3 in 1 lap, those positions won't even be important if he gets them. Must respond to Discord. Try and look at the screen at the same time. Gearhead now already back to Greased Lightning. I see out of the corner of my eye, I'm hearing 2 different cars, and I was like, what? What is happening? Greased Lightning okay, whoa, what is happening here? What did I just witness? Are we dancing now? That looked ridiculous, you two. Battle Rocket still didn't gain any further places, so that was essentially his last chance. He is now stuck in 13th. Yeah, it's basically curtains for Battle Rocket, and I think unless he gets really lucky at Silverstone, I think this is basically it for his championship. Sure, Bedlam and Ryan Storm didn't get many points either. Yeah, a little late for that, sweetheart. That didn't even matter anyway. So the governor wins. Danny actually held second, which kind of shocks me a little bit. Now we're on to Silverstone. Discord, I'm very popular this evening, it seems. I don't know what's happening. I'm being messaged by like 3 different servers, 1 individual person, Messenger, and Messenger is also talking to me because of the racing leagues I'm in, including Tuesday where I'm leading the championship points by like 12, but it's like one of my worst tracks in existence that they're racing at. And I'm really kind of concerned because, you know, it, look up Mount Panorama. It's actually on the game we're doing time loop on, but I'm actually not using the track ever. If I do, I use it maybe once. Maybe once, and that's, like I said, maybe. Pretty big fucking maybe there. Anyway, let's actually maybe start the race. I didn't look at the starting grid, but don't really know how much that matters. I know Danny is the points leader now, and he's in 7th. Bedlam and I think Ryan Storm are the other ones to watch. And none of them are even close to the front. So kind of at an impasse there. So fusion fall is dealt with, and I think messengers calm down, so I can actually get to watching the race. What the heck are you doing, 16 Angels? You trying to direct Gearhead over there? Battle Rocket's made up places. I think he's gonna lose them all. Oh, I think I know why too. Yeah, we've had a crash. That's where he gained them from. I totally missed that. Good thing there's the replay. Let's see, it was So Fast and Grease Lightning that are out. What even happened? There are individual crashes that happen with the same pairing of vehicles. Grease Lightning and So Fast both kind of get on really bad lines, and both spin off of different Porsches. So Fast runs into Bedlam, and Grease Lightning runs into Ryan Storm, and they have also identical crashes that end up with both of them basically kissing. Okay, that wasn't quite as thrilling as I thought it would be. It's still weird how they had identical crashes. Basically, like, frame for frame, identical crashes. Bedlam has slight damage from it now. So he's real happy about that. This is also another odd one for Battle Rocket, because there are good straightaways, like the one they were just on, where he can gain distance from and in between, or gain distance from and, or put distance in between and gain distance to, like, cars around him. But that only gets him so far, because then we have high-speed turns, like that one, that he will suffer in massively, or this turn here, or really just any turn in general, he will not do well in. Gearhead's getting feisty. He wants that lead, and I think he's just gotten it. All the 77Bs are making big moves. Sparky just passed Alex. And Danny is going to catch and provide backup for that, because Alex is still fighting that. Honor just been kind of shoved aside. 16 Needles and Gearhead. Were they 3 wide there? I think they might have been. Let's go to the replay here. They were just about. Yeah, they could have been 3 wide if Otto were a little more cavalier about it, but he wisely decided to not risk killing everyone and just watched. As you have 3 different cars on the 3 different models on the podium. A Mazda, a Porsche, and then a Mercedes, and then another Mazda, and then another Mazda, and then a Porsche. And there's not a Mercedes for a while because 2 of them aren't even in the race anymore, so that's not helping. Now, Battle Rocket will definitely struggle here. Any attention he's gained through the corners are now also gone. So he gets to 190 down the back straightaway and then has to stop. A lot of vehicles have like mild damage, but nothing like massive. And now Sparky has also passed Alex. Or no, Alex passed Danny. Bedlam is right behind him. Ryan Storm needs to get into this, because he's also, I think, a big part of the points battle, but he is in 10th behind Byrne. This looks like a mess. It's not, it just looks like one from the map. And Gearhead is just gonna check out, I guess. He's had enough of this Hotel California. Sparky is, well, almost going to try and get around Otto. That's a weird way of going at it. And by which I mean that isn't going to get you anything. At least nothing anytime soon. But I guess she's probably just waiting for the right moment. Like I said before, the GBA version of Sparky is made out to be the mechanic and kind of the smart one. However, decisions that she has made over the course of all of these series really prove otherwise. So the handling come into play here. The C9's handling is average, but .787 has some ridiculous stuff going on there. She's already moving around. She's already moving aside, but I don't think that's in the cards, or on the cards, or however you say it. No, Auto foolishly left her plenty of space to just insert her vehicle, and that is a fatal error in judgment. Oh, hello, Alex. Very aggressive on Auto there. Kind of scare the crap out of me because I made such a loud thunk when he hit him. Jokes you've already made, but thunk. Don't know why it has to be that loud. Governor has cleared Battle Rocket and is now on his way back into the actual fight, but he's not really all that close to it. He's got 5 seconds to make up on a car without much of a performance deficit, since we are basically in... These drivers are in largely the same cars, so there's differences, but they're not like, you know, 5 seconds a lap type differences. So like, if it's the worst AI in the 787B versus the fastest AI driving a 962 at Spa, it's still only gain like maybe a second per lap. Yeah, Gearhead has officially won this round. He's got, like, a lot of time between him and 16. It was probably, like, 4 seconds by now. Easily 4. Let's see if Alex will... Yeah, it looks like Alex will now make his attempt, but kind of gets cut off by Otto going down the straightaway. Danny is also there, kind of forced himself on the awkward line, but I guess Otto will just now get freight trained by 2, possibly even 3 cars in the last set of corners. Bedlam very brash under braking, and that will score him an extra couple of points. Also, Ryan also made a pass on that somewhere during that lap. And set a personal best lap at the same time. The Governor has actually quickly made his way up to Burn, and I think with that kind of pace, it's not impossible that he'll still end up scoring. Metacog, however, is still stuck behind Battle Rocket, and I can't guarantee that that'll change for the end of the race either. Sparky complete in 3rd. Alex now stuck on Danny, who apparently passed him during the massive kerfuffle and the final chicane. Alex would like that 4th place back that he had for a mere second or 2. But Danny kind of doesn't want to give it up, obviously. Even when your teammates make a limp here. Even when your teammates are not going to just let him pass, usually. Unless you're really that friendly. And Bedlam is well, not re-catching, but, or not regaining on, but is once again catching this group, but I don't know if that's by enough. Alex would have to get kind of covered off by Danny for that to work. And a lot at that. Danny has the slight handling advantage, so Alex didn't really gain anything. If anything, he lost time to him in those turns. Now it's Ryan Storm's turn, and he will try and pass Otto. Otto started on, like, pole. He's fallen hard. The governor does claim the points from Burn. Or a point, rather. With more laps, I would like to assume he could also probably get around Otto at the very least. Gearhead will crush this race by 5.5 seconds. Danny will hold that fourth, and I think will definitely further his championship lead that he already had a pretty big one before, I think. Now it's gotten almost insurmountable unless something crazy happens to him, i.e. he gets DNF'd. And let's look at those points. Yep, 7 points to Bedlam. And only one more from there to Gearhead. The Mazdas, despite my original apprehensions, are definitely taking control of this championship. When it was originally the Porsches that were doing that. Everybody is in double digits. That probably happened a while ago and I just didn't notice. So, despite the yawning, I am actually not all that tired. I'm just probably... I don't feel like if I fell asleep I would go much further than probably like an hour. And that wouldn't really accomplish much if I did that, so... And I move on to the final episode of Act 19, which I will also be recording now because I think I still have the energy and time to put into that, so yeah. Here's hoping they don't get uploaded in the wrong order like they did the last time I did this double upload thing.